Hello. Hello, hello, welcome, my bud. Hello. A little cloudy from being outside coming in. Fog's made up. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I love screwdrivers. I'll admit it. And I've come to realize the very best screwdriver, and also the most expensive, are the new style Snap-on Instinct gripped. That's important because Snap-on's been around forever. And they also have the old style, which this here, the old style Snap-on handle, just as expensive, super expensive, very durable. I'll give them that, ultra durable, not the most comfortable or leverage gaining. These handles here are super comfortable and you get unbelievable leverage. There's something about the design of these that you get a ton of leverage. And it came to me earlier when I have a box fan that quit working. I had a flood down here after everything melted. I was using fans to dry, and one of them crapped out. It's taking it apart, and some of the screws were just super stubborn. And I came and got these. I was using something else. I probably got 90% of every. There are more manufacturers of screwdrivers than there's hair on my ears. Thousands. Now with the Amazon, there's even more. I have a couple sets from Amazon that are really good. Some crappy Horsdies. This is an Amazon brand that I thought would be okay. They're junk. They are so crappy. The grips suck. The tips are the worst. That's what it all boils down to with screwdrivers. Tips and grips. Proto. There's this is the newer Proto. This is the older Protos. Very durable, but not super comfortable. Not real high leverage. Milwaukee's, Klein's, Gear Wrench, of course, Craftsman, which have been using the same grips for like 50 something years. They did just finally switch to a plastic grip. The Europeans have a couple good companies like Viha and Wera, and they're very good. Get a lot of leverage. They're, because of the size of it. These are insulated. Even the non-insulated ones, I couldn't find it. I think it's at work. Like it got left at work. It was an antique. It's like 40 years old and it's in perfect shape. It's just like super durable. Pretty expensive on their own. You can't get them on Amazon. It's one nice thing about Amazon. I mean, a lot of the stuff was hard to find. Amazon made it easy. You can get whole sets of these. They're fairly expensive. Not as much as these. This is well, actually, I bet they're about the same. Now I think about it. But these I think are better. I don't know. Off the tool truck, this is like $220. You can find these brand new sealed on eBay. For the cheapest is 150 bucks for the set. There's a lot of variations. This is the 8 piece. There's some that are 12, 14. There's all different sets. This is the cheapest set. Also, the other ones are go right up to like $1,000. Uh, this is a pretty expensive set on its own. Protos, and they're not that great. I mean, the tips are okay, but they're not really high leverage, comfortable at all. They do have really good tips. I give them that. Pittsburgh. I've got the old and new style Pittsburgh. These are actually so old. They're pre-box store where it was still catalog only. These were from the catalog. This and that wire uh, storehouse right there. All came from Harbor Freight before there were any Harbor Freight stores. Even you know, old school money order, and catalog and waiting. Took like 2 months. These are pretty common. You see these sets a lot. And actually, these are fairly handy. We've got like Torx and odd stuff, precision screwdrivers. Comes in handy for a lot. They're not going to be very good for mechanical work, but for stuff around the house, like taking apart a screwdriver or like a clogged vacuum cleaner, busted blender or whatever, these are perfect. Really. And you can get these, I've seen them on sale for about 25. They average about $30 to $40, which I think is too much. But if you can find them in the under 30 bucks, it's worth it. There's nothing special about them. The grips suck, the tips are garbage, but everything's here. For light duty, light to medium duty, you're covered like 90% of the things you'll run into fastener wise. That's kind of nice. It's a convenient little set, but not for anything heavy duty at all. Um, Milwaukee's SK SK grips are pretty beefy. This is the newer style. The older style SK are much like that. The older style SK. They're the same as like the Snap-on. I don't know if they were all coming from the same company because a lot of times like Matco and Mac tools are just using a rebranded screwdriver that somebody else is making. Just put their name on it. These are very common. You see these Stanleys a lot. These are light to medium duty. What else? Yeah, Kleins. A lot of electricians like the Kleins. The rubber on the outside of it. I don't have any of those. It's basically this with a rubber insert on the outside of it, like a sleeve. But nowadays, there's a lot of these style insulated. What else? Gear wrench. They're not the cheapest. Gear wrench screwdrivers are pretty expensive. Um, yep. Some of them, like these, you really can't bash on these. A lot of times you need to wail on a screwdriver, which you're not supposed to do. But you wouldn't want to do that with these, as opposed to a lot of these other ones you could. Some of them even have steel caps, which I don't have. Like the old-fashioned non-insulated Weehaws have a steel striking cap on. It looks just like space. I couldn't even round up everything. I just grabbed a bunch out of my boxes and threw them out for a quick video. People probably can't understand spending $200, 150, 200 bucks on a couple screwdrivers. And Snap-on is a lot of times you're paying for the name. This is one instance where the technology is there. I mean, these are really well thought out, designed. These are super good. I really love these. It's one thing that is worth it, I guess. They're still way overpriced. And I think after the patent is expired in 5 or 7 years or whatever it is, a bunch of other companies will start producing these exact same things for a fraction of the price. So that'd be something to look for. They're still fairly new. I don't know. I bet you there's already companies knocking off this style of grip. Steelman, Weira's, Weehaws, Craftsman, Gear Wrench, Milwaukee, Klein, Proto, SK. I do not have a Williams. I'm not sure if Williams. I think they're rebranding somebody else's. I don't think Williams has their own. But and the newer SKs are alright too. They're so much better than the older style. The older style is exactly the same as a bunch of other ones. Durable, but not very comfortable. Not anything to brag about leverage wise. just something about the ones that have this like bulbous end give you a little bit of extra leverage. But these ones have like they're angular. They're just a little different. But anyway, a little screwdriver spiel. Yeah, if you're doing some really difficult stuff, they're my go-tos every time. And there are even more expensive ones as far as jeweler and watchmaker screwdrivers, but they're not big like this. Those are all like the style minis and precisions. Yeah, as far as the big dogs go, just these are the best you can get, best on the market for sure. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Have a good day. Bye bye.